What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Get freaking hyped. This is absolutely exciting and I cannot believe it. I am so hyped for this. I'm definitely pumped up. It looks like Savage Strike might be one of the best sets from the entire Vrains era so far, and it's just based off a couple of cards that we know are coming out in this set. This is going to be amazing because it appears that we have probably a new Solemn Trap card coming out. I'm going to say that it's almost certainly going to be a counter trap, as all the memorable Solemn cards are, and this is probably going to be our Solemn counter trap for this Yu-Gi-Oh era. And this is awesome because if you guys remember, obviously when Breaker of Shadows came out, Solemn Strike was just so amazing, one of the best cards in that entire set. I honestly think it is the best card in that set, and that's saying something because Breaker of Shadows was just full of amazing cards like Cyber Dragon Infinity and Neptibus and Twin Twisters and all that good stuff. And if you remember beyond that, back during the 5Ds era, when we got Solemn Warning in Duelist Revolution, I said that that card could probably revolutionize the game, and it absolutely did, and Strike pretty much did the same thing. So if we're getting another counter trap, another Solemn counter trap that is anywhere on that level, this is going to be huge because there are decks right now like Altergeist that still will run the Solemn Brigade. There are decks like Paleozoic Frogs, which it did pretty good. It made top 32 at the NAWCQ this year that will run the Solemn Brigade. You know, you go second against Goki, flip over that, goes in match with that Rivalry of Warlords. They try to use the Tri-Gate Wizard, you Solemn Strike them, oh, get wrecked, your whole board is gone. So this card definitely could be something that is huge, and honestly, this could end up being like one of the chase cards of the set. Now, we don't know 100% with confirmation what this card does or that it is in fact a Solemn card, but if you look at the artwork of it, it does continue on with the story. And what's really crazy is, and I don't really think that this was that, like, it wasn't something that it took a genius to predict, but I did say in my last video where we talked about the Condemned Witch, I said that this is where I thought the story was going. I thought that she would eventually try to take revenge on, God, because he's the one that basically made her, excuse my French here, but basically made her unfuckable. So let me go ahead and refresh you guys with the story if some of you don't remember. It's all, well, I mean, it's not all from Zexal, but most of it kind of started in Zexal because that's when we got the Forbidden card. So you see right here, Solemn Authority. It says I had to use my authority and solemn scolding to scold this child, warning her to not, that's solemn warning, touch my shit. So we got what? Forbidden Lance, Forbidden Chalice, and Forbidden Tome, if I'm not mistaken. Then we got the old school Solemn Judgment, but she brought Judgment down on herself. So boom, bitch, Solemn Judgment and Solemn Strike. And it basically shows the entire story. And then, the Maiden, if you were, here's the reason why I think that she's trying to strike back at my man, even though he's God and, her attempts are probably going to be futile. If you went from looking like this, where I believe that she's based on Pandora from Greek mythology, who was supposed to be basically like the woman who was just like, her beauty was unparalleled. She was like the perfect woman, essentially. If you went from looking like this to, let me see if I can pull it up here, looking like this, you'd be pretty fucking mad too, because she just became essentially unfuckable. I don't think anyone's gonna touch that. And now this is what she looks like in Soul Fusion, and you can kind of tell that, you can kind of just tell by the look on her face. And that's what I was looking at. I was like, why would Konami have that kind of grin on her face? She doesn't look like she's just going to let this go. She looks like she's plotting something. I think that's exactly what I said. I was like, man, she kind of looks like she's plotting something. I wonder if she would actually have the gall to try and attack God, despite the fact that, I mean, he already struck her once and he scolded her and he's yelled at her in the past. I wonder if she'd actually have the nerve to, or I guess the courage to try and, strike at him, and it looks like that's exactly what she is doing. I don't know if this is going to end up well. Maybe it actually works, but I have a feeling that if he actually strikes her again, that's going to be the last time we ever fucking see of her, and maybe after that I'll end up doing my Yu-Gi-Oh story on her. But what do you guys think the new Solemn is going to do? Some people are saying that maybe it's Solemn Retaliation. Some people are saying maybe it's going to be a battle phase Solemn. That would be, what if they made like a Solemn, what if they made like Negate Attack and Mirror Force, and then it also like ended your opponent's turn. Like that'd be pretty cool, right? I'm thinking maybe during your opponent's battle phase, when they declare an attack, you know, to banish all monsters they have in attack position. Also, it becomes the end phase of their turn. Pay half your life points. I think I'd play that. I think I would play. I wonder if maybe half your life points is a little too much. 2,000 life points. I think that'd be pretty fair. It'd be a banishing Mirror Force. It would end their turn, but it wouldn't be chainable because you'd only have to be able to use it or in the battle phase. So I think that'd be pretty fair. But whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Are you hyped that we are getting this era's Solemn card? I definitely am, as a player who likes to play a whole lot of trap cards. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.